everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two quarterbacks will be looking to shut down one side of the field. It's the Redskins going up against the Giants. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
The Giants' new kicker for 2017, Aldrick Rosas, will get us started as off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A great win for Washington last week against Seattle. Kirk Cousins brings out the offense for the Redskins. He was 21 of 31. You called the game. Take it over. What did you see from it?
I saw a toughness, a grit, a determination. His career numbers in the fourth quarter and down the stretch were not tremendous, but he overcame that in a big way. 4-play, 70-yard drive with about a minute and a half on the clock, and they did it in about 30, 35 seconds to go ahead and eventually win the game against Seattle. Kirk Cousins, oh yeah, he led his team.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And incomplete to open things up. Brian Grant, the intended target. And now it's second down. For the Redskins, here are the starters on offense up front. Boy, they had to put together a makeshift line, haven't they?
They certainly did, and in the game against Seattle, the starting center, his second career start. The starting right guard, his second career start. Starting left tackle was third string when the season began.
Wow.
They only had one starter when the season started, Morgan Moses at right tackle against Seattle, and found a way to get it done.
Gritty. A first carry down for Rob Kelly. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
So many people had Landon Collins scouted as a guy who was excellent in run support and would struggle in pass coverage, especially in the back end of the defense. But in 2016, he made a massive jump as a safety, able to drop in the box, cover deep, and make plays on the football. In fact, I talked with his coach in the offseason, and he told me he's about 65 to 70% of reaching his potential.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll go again with Kelly. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now the 4th-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Eli Manning brings out the New York Giants offense, and really the only good thing from their tough loss last week, 51-17 to the Rams, was that Eli Manning became just the 7th player in league history, Charles, to top 50,000 career passing yards.
Yeah, and he's doing it in a really difficult year, though, isn't he? So it's not something that he's going to be able to enjoy or savor in the midst of this season. But Eli Manning has put up a remarkable career when you look at his totality.
He's started 207 consecutive games. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down, here's Manning toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The fourth-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. Now it's Crowder. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. As Washington comes back out. I mentioned you had their game last week at Seattle. It was sleeting out there. How'd you hold up in the booth? Did you have coat? Did you have jacket? What did you have going on?
The toughest conditions I've ever worked in. Even though I'm in a booth and protected on 3 sides.
Was it cold?
It was a little bit chilly, a little nippy, but I will tell you this. I was tough. I was a gamer. I just wore the suit coat the entire game.
Space heater?
And no gloves.
Space heater?
All right, you got me there. There's a space heater.
I figured. Yeah.
I was trying to carry it through, and you nailed me on that one.
Great game, though, that the Skins were able to win by 3.
I hate the fact that you have that inside knowledge.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Tressway now, standing just about on his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Manning going to give to Perkins on a draw. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Second down and just one. Shotgun now for Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Play of the half, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now, 1st and 10, defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. 1st and 10, Manning on the money here to Sterling Shepard. And he ends up at their own 49-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go with Perkins again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The best defensive linemen They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands so they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Perkins on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. Second down following the run. Now Manning on the bootleg. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. Third down here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Perkins on the give from Manning. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Seven yards to go on second down. Manning to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Again, they go to Perkins. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run. It's Marine. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Giants